another monthly talk from us. So really looking forward to telling you about some of the exciting features that we have already published on the platform that are coming, and then to give you a little bit of an overview as well at the end, just of some new areas that we're working on and some new things that are in the pipeline. So maybe first a quick overview of the agenda for today. So first, we're going to talk about the new quiz widgets. So it's just a few cool little features that we've added to the quizzes that it's already live. So that's something we can already show you. Then we'll talk a little bit about the commenting feature, which is something very nice in the back office in Slide Builder. Then we'll talk a little bit about the new library look and feel that's actually been launched as well. And then we'll go into the more technical topics. So we have a little bit more of a advanced group management for your audiences, which can be really, really useful. We also have now group registration codes, which is really great because it really allows you to manage your audiences in a really efficient way on big scales. And then we'll close with the mobile app and offline learning. And at the very end, we'll also have some remarks from Pascal, just a little bit about the future vision of the app as well, coming, things coming up the coming year. So that will be really exciting as well. So yeah, I think we can kick off. Any questions, we'll be really happy to answer at the end as well. So if you have any questions, please already, write them in the chat as we go. We'll try to answer them as we go, and otherwise, we'll also be happy to answer any further questions at the end as well. So yeah, feel free to raise your hand or to add a comment. Great. So let's get started. So first of all, we have a really exciting new feature for the quizzes. So you can actually see it here on the screen. It's called a scale and slider. And as you can see, you can set it to anything, hours, days, kilometers, and you can even have a custom value. So you could say, how many tomatoes is it, or how many apples? It's really, really easy. And what it means is that the user can then use this as well to answer the question. So it means that they can answer on a slider and they can say, I'm going to slide it to 2 apples or 3 apples. And the same goes for scale. So we can say 1 to 5 or something like that. Here it's 1 to 4. And then you can really give your rating of what you feel, that it was it good, bad? You can rearrange the list a little bit as well. And you can then, of course, set the correct answer as well. So this can be used in the future in polls, but also really as Q&As to have a little quiz question. So that's really exciting. I don't know, Gabor, do you want to add anything from a technical perspective there?
No, thank you very much. Actually, this is what I wanted to say, that you can use these in polls as well, not just quizzes, as you said. It's important because these two ones are very typical poll-related question types to give your rating between likely, unlikely, very likely, and these kind of things. So these are like very general one. It's very nice and very powerful. As you've seen, you can really on the admin area set different settings for it. So we are coming with new quiz types as well, but these are the first 2 ones this year.
Yeah, definitely. That's actually a great point, Gabor. So that's something that's definitely being innovated on constantly. We just had a workshop on it last week as well. So that is something that we're still going to build out further, more exciting, games and quizzes, and also new features for the authoring tool. But these 2 are already available, so that's already something you can get started with.
Yeah, and maybe I can give just a little bit of sneak peek, as this is the first point. It's about quiz, and the other points will be about other features, that we are generally upgrading the UX for quizzes. So we are planning to give more space for the learning area. We are planning to add new features like for multi-choice questions, adding audio and image selections as well, but not only features, but we are also revamping the look and feel for the quiz types, not only for desktop, but also for the mobile use. So this is kind of for the next months, but it's very exciting. The UX team is already heavily working on different directions when it comes to quizzes.
Yeah, no, that's true. That will be a really nice one. So that's something that, should be coming out soon, but that will be a really nice improvement. Great. Then I think we can go to the next feature. So the next feature that we're going to talk about is the commenting feature in the slide builder. So this is in the back office. And I think Julia can talk a little bit about this and tell us a little bit what this is all about.
Yeah, exactly. So the commenting feature is sort of like an upgraded project management tool that can really help you work on the content in the slide builder. with your colleagues, with your teammates, and to really leave some notes for each other. Perhaps if you want to like comment that, I don't know, we need to change the photo here, we would need to add one more answer to the question over there, or just leave like a positive note that you really like this slide, this widget, then you can really communicate inside the tool. And you also see that we have on the right side, we have like an overview of all the comments. So you can really go to any of those and basically check what this comment relates to. So this could really improve the work within the slide builder and between content managers, basically.
Right. And just like for other features, this is also coming in steps. So at the moment, you can leave comments on the different widgets, but the UX team already designed general comments as well for the whole slide or whole page. So we already rolled out this first version, but the second version is already on the grill. The dev team is starting to work on it next week or the week after. So we will have these general comments as well. And as you can see on this video, the categorization of the comments. And of course, in the future, we plan to have like mentions or upload a file or something. But this already is a really great improvement. And a notification system is a hot topic. So of course, when you leave a comment here for someone, very soon we will send out like email notifications to draw attention, to make sure that people are notified if there is a new comment on this area. And again, not the topic of this webinar, but we are heavily working on the dashboard, the admin dashboard, which is very soon will be, I'm sure it will be part of the next webinar to discuss and to get it released. Basically, as an administrator, when you log in to the platform, you will see statistics, but you will also see some to-dos and things that attention is needed for. For example, if someone left a comment on a slide, like some other editor or administrator, you will see this activity also on the dashboard. So there are many directions how we will draw attention to this. Also, if you're looking at the slide list while you're editing a lesson or a quiz, on the cards you will see small indicators if there are comments or new unseen, unread comments for you. So it will be quite easy to see, okay, I'm editing this lesson, which are the slides where there are new comments. And I'm not sure if on this video we can really see, but it is also a kind of a to-do list, because you can mark different comments or threads as resolved. So potentially you can say, okay, this topic we discussed, it is covered. Okay, let's mark it as resolved. You can still find it here in this comment section in the resolved area, but you will always have a clean kind of comment thread, which only has the ongoing items. So it is really, really powerful.
Thanks for that, Gabor. That's some good insights as well. So thanks for that presentation, guys. I think it's really an exciting feature. It was really developed with the content team in mind. So it was really requested as well by different content builders in-house and also external to us on the client side. And I think it's going to really improve the workflow a lot for many teams. So yeah, this will be a nice addition. So maybe then we go to the next one. So the next feature that we're going to look at is the library. The new library has a bit of a new look and feel. We've launched now the V1 of it. Gabor can give a little bit more insight into what's already there, what's still coming. But already from a usability point of view and from a layout point of view, this should be a huge improvement. We really felt like the library deserved to be more visual, more user-friendly. So we've implemented a search bar. But you can also see at the top, you can even pin things as well. So you can say, these are my pinned files, and those will be just your files just for you, that you can really keep at hand and ready easily. You can see what is new, what is recently opened by you. So the idea is that the navigation is really much easier and much more straightforward for all the front-end users. I don't know what you want to add to that, Gabor, in terms of the technical side, if there's anything that I missed.
Yes. So as you said, this is also with the V1. The V1 target was to have the fresh look on the library. And we have one major feature is the pinning, as you said. So any user can set some of the items as favorite, or in other words, that we call it pinned. And indeed, in the next weeks, and part of the next webinar will be the enhancements of the library. We will improve the search, because at the moment you type a search term and it is looking in the titles, but we are going to look in tags, and we will have a more powerful search tool on the top. And also in the design here on the video, you can see we have pinned, new. Now the video is not at that position, but we also have recommended and recently opened. So at the moment we rolled out with pinned and new for these highlighted items on the top. And we are currently implementing the recently opened. The backend team is currently working on it. And also the recommended, and the recommended will be a solution for administrators to kind of highlight some items. So that will be a really great tool. But on top of this, we also have like some small requests from clients, like being able to add a description for the files. You can see that we already show the thumbnails for images. So we don't have anymore the icons of the image, but we are directly showing the image here when we are switching to this thumbnail view. But we will allow adding images for all the other documents as well. So let it be a PowerPoint, a doc file, whatever. You will be able to upload also an image if you want to kind of not have the type icon, to make it even more better looking and so on. And as you can see, we have filters here between the highlighted items and the list. We have type filter, we have text filter, the pinned filter, and the last modified, which are not there yet. It's also something which is coming in the next few weeks to get a better filtering possibility. So yes, a lot of features here. And we also thought about administrators. So we have a few features, most probably Q1, probably Q2, to say, for example, bulk upload documents into the library, not having to one by one upload things. And there are other ideas that we are coming with, but we are also very open to your ideas. So if you have something that could make the library even more powerful, just please don't hesitate and let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Like Gabor said, we're always really open to new requests and new challenges as well. So any questions you might have or any new feature requests, we're happy to review that and see if we could fit that in somewhere in the new library roadmap. Great. So then I think thanks a lot for that, Gabor, because I think we really covered very much in depth the library. So then we can actually move to the next key topic. So this is about more advanced group management. So what does that mean? It's really the idea that you can really handle your audiences and your groups in an even more advanced way, in an even more powerful way. So I think, Gabor, you're the best person to explain a little bit how that will work on the technical side in the back office.
Yes, this is quite a technical feature, and especially those clients who have a lot of groups. We actually having new clients who have more than 10,000 groups on the platform can really utilize this feature, because what this allows is to add different fields to these groups. For example, let's say you have 5,000 shops which are added as groups in the platform, and for each these kind of shops, which are group elements, you could say which country is it from, which city, or is it like a retail, resale, wholesale, or group type. But it can be anything else. You could add maybe departments, and very important that if you are adding these fields to the groups, then it helps after assigning these groups to the content. We don't see it here, but probably if you go to the second screen here, Julia, yes. So here you can see that we are adding group segments. So what this is good for? So when you are adding access to a content, let's say a course, at the moment, you were able only to select the groups you want to have access to this course. But now, with this fielding system, you don't have to assign, I don't know, 100 or 200 groups to this content anymore. But you can say, I want all those groups to have access to this content who are, let's say, from, in this case on the video, it is from Europe or from France or from a specific department. It's fully flexible, so whatever fields you are adding to the groups after you can use here as a selection. So it really helps to select like a lot of groups at the same time. And also it is automatically expanding. So let's say you have a new group which is falling into these criteria, like part of France or Europe, it will be automatically added to the content. You don't have to go back and add this group manually and kind of things. So it really helps to manage like a huge amount of groups and how they can be assigned to the content. And as you can see probably here, we are also streamlining or making it more clean how to set access to the content. We will have two pages. The first page on the top, it says course details. So course details, the first step is all about the description and image and all the tags and things like this, like certificates and badges. And the second tab is dedicated to content access. Where you can really set more clearly, is it a public content, is it a private content? If it's a private content, like which groups have access to it. So now we have like two tabs on each content screen to separate these duties, let's say. And it's especially good because we are heading towards the feature that in the branching feature, if we have a branch administrator, then they could have access to this area as well. And to be able to fine grain and set which groups in a branch can have access to the content. It's a bit complicated. Not all our clients are using branches, but who are using, they will really benefit this feature that now it's really on a branch level, the access can be set. So yes, this is the more advanced group management. It's coming with additional screens as well. In the group management area with additional filters as well, because we really want to help like to use better and manage better all these groups and accesses.
It should become easier, right, Gabor? Even the most complex things should become a little bit easier now with all these filters and these settings, so that people can manage, like you said, 10,000 groups if they need to, and they can just filter them very quickly.
Yes, correct.
Great. Well, thanks so much for that. Then I think we can move to the next topic, which again is a little bit technical, and it's a little bit linked to the previous topic, which is group registration codes. What could this be used for? Well, we have different types of clients, in different industries, but one of the things that we see is sometimes they want to allow people to register to their platform freely, but they want to be able to segment them. So they want to be able to say, this is for a certain store, or this is for a certain school, or a certain team, or a certain country. And so what we realize is that we need some kind of code or link for that, so that people can allow self-registration, but that you, for example, then also supply a special code so that they're immediately segmented into the correct group. And this is something that Gabor has been working on with the technical team as well. So I think, Gabor, you're again the best person to describe probably how this really works. But it's also quite an exciting feature.
Yes, you actually very well summarized the goal for this feature, but also very important that many times our clients said, yes, there is a new person who is registering on the platform. And while we have different kind of automations, like how to add them to groups, still many cases, the administrators have to come back to the platform and say, okay, I see there's a new person, and I need to figure out who this person is. Like in sport context, a coach, a judge, an athlete, or from enterprise context, which department this person is from, legal, marketing, whatsoever. So it is kind of an admin task, and it is sometimes, it can take time, and we always try to streamline things. And in this case, this administrator could say, okay, I don't know, I have n number of groups in the system. For some of the groups, I allow this kind of self-registration, self-assignment. So I create this code or link. Some clients would like to use codes, some direct links. It's kind of the same thing. So if someone is using this code during registration or clicks this link and arrives at the registration page using this link, then they will be automatically assigned or be part of that specific group. It's really great. Let's say you really have like a group of people for a specific assignment or test to take. So you create a group, you create your test on the platform, and you say this group accesses this test, and you send out this link to register on the platform and automatically access this group. So this is what it is about. We also allow switching between groups. Well, it's a setting you want to allow or not. But once someone is part of a group, if you give them another code, they can switch between groups. That's also a possibility. But it's really for streamlining primarily the registration process to be already part of the group that the person needs to be.
Yeah, no, that's great. So thanks a lot for that detailed description, Gabor. I think that's really clear. And of course, if anyone would like to use them, you can just reach out to us and we can help you set that up, because it's perhaps a little bit more advanced in the beginning just to get your head around it. But yeah, we hope that will really improve the workflow for a lot of different things. Or if you want to do a special activation, it can be really useful as well to make sure you know where people are coming from. Then I think we can move to the last topic of today before we go into any more questions that people might have, and before we go into a little segment about what's next from Pascal. But basically, the next topic is the mobile app and offline learning. So this is something that's been heavily developed and that we've really built out a lot, where we really want to make it very easy for your learners that are using the mobile application downloaded to also access the learning offline. And this is something, again, that Gabor's team has worked very hard on. So I think, Gabor, you can give a few insights just on what we can already do and maybe also what's coming.
Yes. So basically, we already have the mobile app, and please reach out to us if you're interested to have like this installed version of your LMS. We support having your own icon, your own name in the app stores. It can be listed publicly in the app stores if you wish. It can be kind of distributed separately to your partners. So there are different ways how we can do that. But really, the offline learning was a big topic, and we started offline learning to experience offline learning in the browser. But we've seen quite a lot of limitations in terms of size. I mean, what quality of videos we can save, the amount of images we can save, and so on. So it really varied. But when it comes to mobile, it's much easier to save this content, like huge amount of content. So now we have this feature ready in the mobile application. When a user comes and this feature is turned on, because also you might not want to turn on this all the time. So if this is on, then the courses can be downloaded. So there is a nice progress bar indicating where is the process currently for downloading that single course. And then if there is no internet coverage or connection, then still the app can be opened, and these courses which have been previously downloaded can be fully learned. Why I'm saying learned? Because at the moment we started with support for lessons. So lessons will download, and you will see all the images, all the interactive elements, hotspots, even the quiz questions inside the lessons. You can watch the video, listen to audio, so everything is fully functional. And when the device is back online, we are pushing back to the server your progress. So it's very important you're not losing any progress, or the user is not losing any progress just because it's been done on offline. We push back everything up on the next connection. So the next step with this will be to support quizzes, and that's something that we are coming very soon out with, to support also taking quizzes online and pushing back the results to the server. So that's about the offline learning.
And this one's an exciting one because it really means you can take an 8-hour flight, or you can take a train ride with low coverage, or a car ride, or just be in an area or country that doesn't have good coverage internet-wise, and you can still continue learning. It can really help, different types of organizations in different countries, or for all those people that are traveling to just be able to be on the go, very much like the way people download Netflix episodes for the airplane. This will be exactly the same concept. So yeah, it should be really useful, I think, in a lot of cases. Great. So I think we covered all the key topics for today. So yeah, as it says there, it's really time for a Q&A session now. So we can first see if there's any questions. And then as soon as we've addressed all the questions, then we can also go on and hear a little bit from Pascal, just a few minutes about some of the future insights. So are there any questions today? That's kind of I guess the first question. We didn't receive any questions in the chat, so I guess Gabor's description was already very clear. Yeah, Julia, go ahead.
I think I got one from Vanessa about the library. So whether the admin will be able to make a recommendation in the library for a certain group or person. So like,
yes.
What is the group management here?
Great. Mm-hmm. So is an admin able to make a specific recommendation in the library for a specific group or person to push content to them? So I think, Gabor, you can kind of go into how this will work.
Yes. So yes, when the recommendation is done, it's kind of for all users who have access to that content. So of course, the library is permission aware. So you can have public items in the library and you can assign some of the files to a specific content. And if you assign a file to a specific content, it means it can be hidden. So if only like a group of people access to the course, then they will be the ones who access these files as well. We have quite a few clients who are using kind of in an intranet context the library already, and it works very well and very securely. But this is a new request or idea. It's a very nice idea to say, okay, I want to highlight it, but only for a specific group potentially. So we will think about this.
Yeah, I think that would be a great extension as well, to be honest. So I think that's something that we'll really be taking away, Vanessa, because that's something that you can partially already do now, but I think in the future we could make that even more fine-tuned and say, to audience A, I really want to recommend this piece, and to audience B, I really want to recommend this piece. So I think it's a great future feature. And that's really why we love doing these things and getting your feedback, because it always gives us new ideas to improve. Great. Are there any other questions before we go on to Pascal's segment? Would anyone like to say anything or ask anything? I see we have a few different clients on the call today. So anyone with any thoughts at all about what we saw today, or any other questions, or should we move on to a few minutes on what's next? So I think we're looking good. I think everything is, every question is answered. I think it's really thanks to the clear explanations from Gabor today. So thank you for that. So then we go to Pascal, who will just say a few things about what's coming next the coming months.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. And as the talk today was technical, I will put it back to the creative side. So for us, our system has ambition to be the most creative and the most agile platform when it comes to designing content and branding the platform. So we're going for this New Year's 2024, really focus and embrace creativity. So first of all, around the authoring tool, where we really want to centralize those actions. You know that now sometimes you need to go to the setting system to change your font face, to manage your colors. We will bring everything in the authoring tool, so you will really have visually a control over what you are doing. So it's will be a real asset for any e-learning designers, instructional designers. So you can imagine to have like kind of a Photoshop integrating in the system, but still very focusing on usability. So it will be intuitive. It will be, just the features you need to make your design stunning. And the second thing is really to, within this spirit of design and delivering premium content, it's to continue to increase the customization of the platform. We work today with big brands, especially in the retail industry. But anyway, for any brand delivering onboarding or course or quizzes or certification online, it's a brand exercise, and it has to be stunning, and it has to be designed in every detail. So for us, that's also a big focus for this new year's 2024, that to continue to push features that will enable you to brand, to strongly brand your platform. So it's not, you're not adopting a tool, you are not onboarding a administrative system, you are creating your own platform that will carry your value, your brand, and your image. So that's really the focus. To help you to achieve this work and to continue to, I will say, go deeper into the control over what you are creating, AI is going to be also one of the major action of this year. We have starting, thank you very much, Gabor. We already have AI integrating. You can correct, you can ask questions, you can even do benchmarking and breaking down into questions of small block. So already what has been added is very performant, but we will push it further. We will come back with many other surprises. And thank you everyone for your trust, especially all clients, because I know, it's thanks to your feedback and this synergy that we have been able to create with you, that we are making this platform every week, I will say, better, because the team is really pushing additional features very regularly, and with a good dynamic. So thank you everyone.
Yeah, it's very exciting. So thanks a lot, Julia, Gabor, and Pascal, for all your insights as well. I think it was great that we could share them today. And then thanks everyone for listening in and watching our webinar. We really hope it's useful. And if you want to, see future topics in the future, you can reach out to us. You can let us know, and we'll happily organize either a webinar or a one-to-one talk. So yeah, let's stay in touch.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank
very
you.
much.
Bye.
Thank you.